The game of life is not governed by luck or chance, but by spiritual laws that operate with absolute precision. To truly understand how to win the lottery with manifestation, one must first understand that everything begins in the mind. The conscious mind is the doorway to your experience, and what you consistently dwell upon becomes the foundation for what you will eventually experience. The thoughts you entertain, the images you hold, and the beliefs you carry are not passive. They are active forces creating the conditions of your life. Therefore, winning the lottery is not about numbers pulled at random. It is about aligning your mental patterns with the outcome you desire, and doing so with conviction, clarity, and consistency. Every thought is a seed, and every emotion is the soil in which that seed is planted. When you continuously think thoughts of wealth, abundance, and victory, and you support those thoughts with feelings of joy, expectancy, and faith, you begin to shape an energetic blueprint that reality responds to. The mind is not separate from the world. It is the filter through which all events are shaped and interpreted. By setting your intention clearly and persistently visualizing the desired result, such as winning the lottery, you imprint that vision upon your subconscious, and the subconscious does not question or doubt. It simply executes the instructions it receives. However, this process is not mechanical. It is deeply spiritual. To win the lottery through manifestation, one must understand the creative power of thought combined with spiritual harmony. The mind must be in tune with divine law. That means eliminating fear, doubt, and negativity, which act as spiritual static that blocks the signal of your desires from reaching the universal field of possibility. If you think, "I want to win, but I never do," or "what if it never happens?" you are canceling your own prayer. The universe does not respond to words. It responds to energy. It responds to belief. It mirrors your inner state. When you think thoughts of limitation or unworthiness, you push your blessing away. But when you realize that you are a spiritual being with access to infinite supply, you step into the truth of who you are. You are not a beggar hoping for a handout. You are a co-creator with divine authority to speak your desires into existence. Winning the lottery is simply one possible channel through which abundance can arrive. If you believe it is too difficult, too rare, or not for you, then it will not be. But if you believe it is one of many doors through which divine provision can flow, and you treat it with faith, reverence, and detachment, you make yourself available for miracles. Everything begins with the mind. Speak it, see it, feel it, and most importantly, believe it. The game of life is a game of mind power. Master your thoughts, and you master your results. The ticket you buy is not just a piece of paper. It is a symbolic agreement between your belief and your expectation. Every time you hold that ticket in your hand, do not look at it with hope, but with certainty. Say to yourself, "This is one of the ways divine wealth is coming to me. I am ready. I am aligned. I receive it now." Do not wait for physical proof before you celebrate. The celebration must begin in the unseen. That is faith. That is alignment. That is manifestation. People often underestimate how powerful the mind truly is. They treat their thoughts casually, not realizing they are crafting the conditions of tomorrow. But if you discipline your mind, if you train it to focus on abundance, speak only of blessings, and act as if the desire is already fulfilled, you will see doors open that logic cannot explain. Winning the lottery through manifestation is not about forcing the universe to deliver what you want. It is about removing the blocks within you that resist what is already trying to arrive. It is about becoming the match for the miracle. In the end, the lottery is just a symbol. It is a metaphor for the larger truth, that your life is a reflection of your consciousness. When you change your inner world, your outer world must follow. The game is not played outside of you. It is played within. And once you learn the rules of mind power, you realize that victory is not won. It is chosen, claimed, and lived. Words are not mere sounds or empty expressions. They are spiritual instruments of power, and every time you speak, you are either blessing or blocking your own life. To manifest something as significant as a lottery win, it is essential to understand that words shape reality. They are not passive. They are commands issued to the universe. When you speak with authority, clarity, and expectation, You ignite the creative forces of divine law. Each word carries a vibration, and that vibration either aligns you with abundance or keeps you entangled in lack. If you consistently speak words of defeat, scarcity, or fear, you are unintentionally programming your subconscious mind to reject the very thing you desire. But if you choose your words with intention and faith, they become the building blocks of your manifested future. Speaking is a form of creation. Just as God spoke the world into existence, you too participate in this divine process when you declare what is yours by right, saying, "I always lose. It never works out for me," or "I don't believe I'll win," is not just self-pity. It's a spell, a spiritual decree, and the universe obeys it. On the other hand, when you affirm with confidence, "Wealth is mine by divine right," or "The perfect lottery win comes to me under grace in perfect ways," you are aligning your voice with spiritual truth. You are no longer hoping, you are commanding. You are no longer asking, you are declaring what has already been assigned to you by the divine storehouse. But these words must be spoken from a place of alignment, not desperation. Words mixed with fear or anxiety carry the vibration of doubt, and doubt cancels out manifestation. The subconscious mind is like fertile soil. It grows whatever seeds you plant, whether those seeds are of wealth or worry. So you must guard your speech. You must treat every word as sacred because it is. If you say it enough times, it becomes your belief. And if it becomes your belief, it becomes your experience. Speak life, speak abundance, speak victory, not once, not occasionally, but daily, with unwavering conviction. There is spiritual law behind every affirmation. When you say, "Divine abundance flows freely to me," you are not reciting empty poetry. You are activating the law of supply. When you say, "My good now appears," you are claiming your inheritance from the spiritual realm into the material one. The universe responds not to desperation, but to certainty. And your words are the evidence of your faith. They are the echo of your belief. If your speech is filled with trust and gratitude, the law moves swiftly. If your speech is inconsistent or fear-based, the law still moves. But it mirrors the confusion. Consistency is key. You must speak as if it is already done. The lottery is won first with the tongue, not the ticket. Each time you declare your intention aloud, you are carving new neural pathways, reprogramming your subconscious, and signaling to the universe that you are ready. Repetition is the mechanism of belief. What you repeat, you begin to embody. What you embody, you attract. Do not say, "maybe," or "EF." Say "when," and "now." Say "thank you," as if the prize has already been deposited into your account. Your words must walk ahead of your manifestation. They must be prophetic. Also understand that silence has power too. Avoid speaking words of fear or negativity, even in jest. Jokes about losing, scarcity, or poverty may seem harmless, but they carry vibration. The universe takes you at your word. Be mindful. Speak with purpose. When people around you speak of lack or impossibility, silently affirm truth within yourself. Say inwardly, "That is not my reality. I am divinely guided, and abundance is my birthright." Protect your spiritual atmosphere with strong, pure, and positive speech. Every day, speak your affirmations aloud. Write them down. Repeat them morning and night. Let them saturate your consciousness. Say things like, "I am aligned with divine wealth. Unexpected money flows to me now. The winning numbers find me with ease." Or, "The universe loves to surprise me with big blessings." These are not fantasies. They are affirmations rooted in spiritual law. You are not manipulating life. You are aligning with what is already yours in the invisible. Remember, your voice is your wand. It can cast miracles or delay them. Use it with reverence. Declare boldly. Speak lovingly. Proclaim what is good, what is true, what is already done in the spirit. The lottery win, or any form of divine supply, must be spoken into your life before it can arrive. Speak as one who knows. Speak as one who trusts. Speak as one who receives. Visualization is the language of the soul. It is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, between the spiritual and the material. To manifest a lottery win, or any other desired outcome, you must first see it within before you can receive it without. The subconscious mind, which is the creative center of your reality, does not differentiate between imagination and physical reality. When you consistently visualize your desired outcome with feeling, clarity, and faith, you are issuing a divine instruction to the universe to bring it forth. What you mentally rehearse, you spiritually attract. You are the artist of your own future, and visualization is your brush. To begin the process, find a quiet space free of distraction. Close your eyes and center your breath. Enter a state of calm awareness. Then, with your mind's eye, begin to see yourself as you would be after your lottery win has manifested. Do not simply imagine the moment of winning. Go beyond it. Feel the weight of the check in your hands. See the numbers flashing on the screen. Hear the news as it's announced. But more importantly, go deeper. Feel the joy. Feel the gratitude. Feel the lightness and certainty that comes when your vision becomes real. The more you immerse yourself in that mental scene, the more real it becomes to your subconscious. The mind thrives on images. Every word you speak paints a picture, and every image you hold becomes a silent affirmation. When you visualize something repeatedly, you are creating a new blueprint within your subconscious. That blueprint becomes a magnetic field, drawing in events, people, and opportunities that match its frequency. If you visualize winning the lottery with confidence and excitement, your energy shifts into alignment with that possibility. It no longer feels far away. It feels familiar, inevitable, close. And what feels close energetically begins to manifest in the material world. Many people visualize occasionally, but wonder why nothing changes. It is not enough to imagine once and forget. Visualization is a practice, a sacred act of faith. It must be done regularly, consistently, and with emotion. Dry images without feeling do not impress the subconscious. But when you combine vision with joy, belief, and thanksgiving, you energize your desire with power. Feel the emotions of having already received it. Live from the outcome, not toward it. When you do this, you collapse the distance between now and then. You bring the future into the present. Your imagination is your divine faculty of creation. Every invention, every breakthrough, every miracle starts with a vision. The lottery win you desire is already possible. It exists in the realm of spirit. Your job is not to create it, but to align with it. And visualization is your spiritual tuning fork. By seeing it in the spirit, you prepare yourself to receive it in the flesh. Visualize often. Visualize with conviction. Do not merely see it. Experience it. Imagine how your life has changed. What are you doing with your new abundance? Who are you blessing? How does it feel to live in freedom and overflow? These are not empty dreams. They are rehearsals for reality. Some may say, "Isn't this just fantasy?" No, it is divine preparation. It is spiritual alignment. Everything that becomes real begins as an idea. If you do not see it first in the spirit, you cannot receive it in the physical. Faith sees what the eyes cannot. And as you continue to visualize, you strengthen that faith until doubt disappears. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Your vision becomes that evidence. Your feelings confirm its reality. Your belief becomes unshakable. Use vision boards, journals, or any tools that help anchor your images. Write down your desires. Draw them. Cut out pictures. But most importantly, close your eyes and see them alive within you. Speak your vision aloud. Affirm it with your words and your thoughts. Say, "I see myself living in abundance. I feel the joy of divine provision. I walk in the fullness of my answered prayer." The subconscious accepts what is repeated with belief, and once it accepts it, the universe begins to move. You are not just visualizing to pass time. You are visualizing to create. You are stepping into your future with the eyes of the spirit. You are rehearsing your miracle until it becomes your reality. And the more real it becomes within, the faster it appears without. You were given imagination not to escape life, but to shape it. Use it boldly. Use it joyfully. Use it faithfully. See the win. Feel the win. Live the win in your inner world, and the outer world must follow. The fourth key to manifestation is unwavering faith. Faith that does not bend in the face of appearances, delays, or contradictions. Faith is not merely hope, it is knowing. It is the deep spiritual conviction that what you desire already exists in the invisible realm and is moving toward you even when you cannot yet see it. Manifesting something as specific as a lottery win requires more than casual belief. It calls for a bold, immovable inner assurance that divine law is at work and that the outcome is already written. When you cultivate this kind of faith, you align your entire being, your mind, emotions, and spirit, with the vibration of receiving. Faith must be practiced. It is not a one-time feeling. It is a spiritual discipline. Every time you say, "I believe," you are watering the seed of your manifestation. But belief is often tested. Circumstances may arise that seem to contradict your vision. You may feel discouraged, doubtful, or impatient. This is where true faith must rise. You do not allow outer conditions to dictate your inner certainty. Even when nothing seems to be happening, you continue to affirm, visualize, and give thanks as though your desire has already arrived. This is not delusion. This is divine cooperation with the unseen forces of creation. Faith requires a shift in identity. You must stop seeing yourself as someone who hopes to win and start seeing yourself as someone who already has. Speak from that place. Think from that place. Live from that place. Say, "I am already blessed. My win is already done in spirit. The right moment is divinely appointed." These are not empty affirmations. They are declarations of spiritual fact. When you embody this energy, the law responds. The universe does not delay because it is unwilling. It waits for your inner atmosphere to become a match for what you are calling in. Doubt is the great disruptor of manifestation. It creeps in silently and sabotages your faith with thoughts like, "What if it doesn't happen?" Or, "Who am I to receive such a blessing?" But you must remember you are a divine being, created with the power to speak, believe, and receive. Manifestation is not reserved for a select few. It is your spiritual inheritance. The key is to remain in faith even when your senses tempt you to doubt. Speak against fear. Affirm your trust. Say, "I refuse to doubt. I stand in the knowing that all things are working together for my good." Faith is most powerful when combined with gratitude. Gratitude is the evidence of belief. When you give thanks in advance, you are saying to the universe, "I know it's already done." Thankfulness is magnetic. It raises your vibration and keeps your energy in alignment with your desire. Wake up each morning and say, "Thank you for the divine increase that is already mine." Go to sleep each night with the words, "I am grateful that my manifestation is unfolding perfectly." Gratitude keeps your focus on the outcome, not the obstacle. It reminds you that delays are not denials. They are divine preparations. Another aspect of faith is surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means letting go of the how and when. When you truly believe that your desire is on its way, you do not need to control the process. You trust that divine timing is perfect and that the universe is orchestrating all things in your favor. This relaxed trust allows manifestation to flow. Anxiety, impatience, and obsession block the process. But surrender opens the door. It says, "I've done my part. Now I trust the divine to do the rest." A faith also means staying inspired. Feed your spirit with affirmations, scriptures, and teachings that remind you of the truth. Surround yourself with energy that supports your belief. Avoid conversations and environments that sow seeds of doubt. Your faith must be protected like a flame. Keep it burning bright. Read your affirmations daily. Visualize consistently. Speak your truth boldly. Faith does not shrink in silence. It grows in expression. Finally, faith knows that the manifestation is already finished in the invisible. You are not waiting for it to be created. You are aligning with what already exists. The lottery win is already there in spiritual form. Your role is to bring your thoughts, emotions, and actions into harmony with that truth. This is the spiritual path of manifestation. Believe without wavering. Speak with certainty. Act as if. And know, deep in your spirit, that what you seek is seeking you. Faith is the bridge, and when you walk it with confidence, the result must appear. The fifth key to manifesting something as extraordinary as a lottery win is aligning your emotions with your desire. Many people make the mistake of thinking manifestation is purely a mental or intellectual process. But the truth is that the energy of your feelings is what magnetizes your vision into reality. Thoughts are the blueprint, but emotions are the fuel. If you think about winning the lottery, but your emotions are filled with doubt, fear, or unworthiness, you are sending a mixed signal to the universe. To truly align, you must cultivate the exact emotional state you would have if your desire had already been fulfilled. This is how you bring the invisible into the visible. When you imagine yourself holding that winning ticket, do not just picture it. Feel it. Feel the excitement in your body. Feel the relief, the joy, the freedom that comes with financial abundance. Let yourself experience the gratitude as though it is happening right now. The universe responds to the vibration of your emotions more than the words you say. If your emotional energy says, "I am already wealthy," the law of attraction will move resources, opportunities, and events to match that frequency. The goal is to consistently dwell in that emotional reality so your energy becomes inseparable from the state of having already received. It is also important to release negative emotions that could block your manifestation. Resentment, envy, or bitterness toward others who have what you want creates resistance. If you want abundance, you cannot secretly resent abundance in someone else. Instead, celebrate their wins as evidence that blessings are possible for you too. Feel genuinely happy when others prosper, and you will align yourself with that same prosperity. This is a shift from competition to co-creation, from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking. Another aspect of emotional alignment is living in joy now, not waiting for the win to give you permission to be happy. Many people put their joy on hold until they receive the outcome they want, but this postpones the manifestation because they remain in a state of lack. Instead, find ways to feel rich in spirit right where you are. Appreciate the beauty around you, savor the small blessings you already have, and let your heart be full. When you are emotionally abundant, you become a magnet for more abundance. Your emotions also need to be stabilized. Emotional alignment does not mean you never have a bad day, but it does mean you do not dwell in negativity. If doubt or fear surfaces, acknowledge it, then gently shift back into the emotional state of your fulfilled desire. You can use music, affirmations, or visualization to recalibrate quickly. For example, you might close your eyes and imagine the exact moment you see the winning numbers match your ticket, letting that wave of exhilaration wash over you. The more often you return to that emotional vibration, the more natural it becomes, until it feels like your default state. It is equally important to detach emotionally from desperation. Desperation sends the energy of, "I don't have it," which pushes your desire further away. True emotional alignment is calm and confident. It knows the win is inevitable, and therefore feels peaceful even while waiting. Think of it like expecting a package you ordered. You are excited, but you are not anxious because you trust it is coming. This peaceful expectancy is a powerful emotional frequency that attracts with ease. One way to strengthen emotional alignment is to create a daily gratitude practice that is emotionally charged. Do not just list things you are grateful for, feel the gratitude in your heart. Say, "I am so thankful for the divine abundance that flows to me now." And feel your chest expand with warmth and certainty. Gratitude elevates your emotions and keeps you in harmony with your desire. Finally, emotional alignment is about embodying the version of yourself who already has the win. Ask yourself daily, "How would I feel if I had already received my manifestation?" And then practice feeling that way now. This is not pretending. It is rehearsing the vibration of your fulfilled self until it becomes your reality. When your emotions consistently match the reality you want, you send a clear, powerful signal to the universe. And by the law of attraction, that reality must come to meet you. The sixth key to manifesting something like a lottery win is releasing resistance and trusting the process completely. Resistance is the invisible wall that stands between you and your desire, and it often shows up as doubt, impatience, or the need to control how and when your manifestation will arrive. Many people unknowingly sabotage their own desires because, while they may visualize and affirm their goal, they keep questioning whether it will work or obsessively checking for results. This energy sends a signal of lack, and the universe responds by reflecting that lack back to you. To manifest effectively, you must let go of the urge to force the outcome and instead move into a state of deep trust that what you desire is already on its way. Trust begins with knowing that the moment you clearly set your intention and align your energy, your request has been heard and answered in the spiritual realm. The law of attraction works unfailingly, but just like planting a seed, you cannot dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You nurture it with faith, gratitude, and consistent positive focus, but you also allow it to unfold in its own time. The more you trust, the faster and smoother the manifestation process becomes, because trust removes the energetic friction that slows things down. One of the most powerful ways to release resistance is to surrender the how to the universe. Your mind may try to figure out the exact path the wind will take, but this limits the possibilities. The universe operates with infinite intelligence and can arrange things in ways far beyond your imagination. Your job is to focus on the end result, what it feels like, looks like, and means to you, not on micromanaging the details. When you try to control the how, you create strain and limit the flow of divine creativity. When you release control, you open the door for miracles. Releasing resistance also means letting go of the fear of disappointment. Many people hold back their belief because they think, if I don't get my hopes up, I won't be let down. But this mindset keeps you in a low vibration that blocks manifestation. You must allow yourself to believe fully, even if it feels risky. Faith is not the absence of uncertainty. It is choosing to believe in the promise of your desire more than the fear of not receiving it. This wholehearted belief tells the universe you are ready to receive without conditions. Another common form of resistance is attachment to timing. When you set rigid deadlines for your manifestation, you create stress if things do not appear exactly as scheduled. The truth is, divine timing is always perfect. Sometimes a delay is simply preparation, aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities so that when your manifestation arrives, it is even better than you imagined. Trusting the timing allows you to remain peaceful and joyful while you wait, which keeps your vibration high and magnetic. To strengthen your trust, it is helpful to look for small signs and synchronicities along the way. These are the universe's way of saying, I'm working on it. You might see repeating numbers, hear encouraging words from unexpected places, or notice events aligning in surprising ways. When you spot these signs, acknowledge them with gratitude. They are evidence that your manifestation is already in motion. Celebrating these small confirmations builds your faith and reduces resistance. Letting go also means detaching your identity from the outcome. While the win may be your goal, your worth and happiness do not depend on it. When you cling to a manifestation as if it is the only path to joy, you put yourself in a state of neediness, which creates resistance. Instead, choose to be fulfilled and joyful now, knowing that the lottery win is simply an enhancement to a life you already love. This sense of fullness draws the desire to you with far greater ease. Ultimately, releasing resistance and trusting the process is about stepping into a flow where your role is to envision and feel, and the universe's role is to deliver. You stay in your lane by keeping your focus on the emotional state of having already received, while releasing the urge to control every step. You trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by, and you rest in the confidence that your manifestation is as certain as the sunrise. When you can truly let go, you create a clear, open channel for abundance to pour into your life effortlessly, in ways more beautiful and miraculous than you could have planned. The seventh key to manifesting a desired outcome, such as winning the lottery, is to live in the state of having already received it. This is not about pretending or daydreaming without belief. It is about shifting your consciousness so deeply into the reality of your desire that your thoughts, emotions, and actions align perfectly with it. The universe responds to the vibration you emit, and when you live as though your manifestation is already yours, you send out a frequency of certainty and abundance, rather than longing or lack. This principle works because the law of attraction does not give you what you want, it gives you what you are in energetic harmony with. Living in the state of having means you speak, think, and act as the version of yourself who already possesses the thing you desire. If you were already holding that winning ticket, how would you wake up in the morning? What would your posture be? How would you interact with others? How would you feel about money? When you embody these qualities now, you collapse the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The shift happens first internally, and reality adjusts to match your new vibration. One powerful way to step into this state is through emotional rehearsal. Spend time each day not just visualizing, but feeling the emotions you would feel after your desire has manifested. Close your eyes and imagine the joy, relief, excitement, and gratitude flooding through you as you realize your win is real. Let your heart race a little. Let yourself smile. Feel the lightness and security in your body. The subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a physical one, so the more real it feels to you now, the more your subconscious accepts it as truth, aligning your thoughts and actions to bring it into form. Another important aspect of living in the state of having is aligning your environment with your desired reality. This could mean making small changes that reflect abundance, like decluttering your space to make room for new blessings, upgrading certain aspects of your life within your means, or surrounding yourself with symbols of wealth and prosperity. These physical changes act as anchors for your new identity, reminding you daily that you are already living in abundance and preparing you for the reality you are creating. The language you use is also a powerful indicator of the state you are living in. Words are energy, and when you speak as if your desire is already yours, you strengthen your vibration. Instead of saying, "I hope I win," or "I want to win," you might say, "I am so thankful for the abundance flowing into my life," or "It feels amazing to be financially free." This shift from future tense to present tense reinforces the belief that what you desire is here now. Consistent, confident language becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Living in the state of having also requires you to release contradictions in your behavior. If you say you believe in your win, but constantly act from fear, scarcity, or desperation, you send mixed signals to the universe. Instead, make choices that align with abundance. This doesn't mean reckless spending or ignoring responsibilities. It means approaching your decisions from a mindset of trust, generosity, and possibility rather than one of fear and limitation. Another dimension to this principle is gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for what is on its way. Gratitude bridges the gap between the unseen and the seen. When you thank the universe for your win as if it is already yours, you create a magnetic pull toward that reality. Gratitude is a frequency of abundance, and when you live in it, you naturally attract more to be grateful for. This practice shifts your focus from, "It's not here yet," to "It's already mine," which is the essence of manifestation. It is also important to maintain your state of having consistently, even when there is no visible sign of progress. This is where many people falter. They slip back into old patterns when the evidence is not immediate. But living in the state of having is a commitment. You are choosing to inhabit a new reality long before it becomes visible, because you know that the unseen always precedes the seen. Persistence in this mindset is what allows the energy to fully align and your desire to materialize. Ultimately, living in the state of having is not about faking or forcing anything. It is about becoming the version of yourself who naturally lives in the reality you desire. It is a merging of belief, feeling, action, and identity into one harmonious frequency. When you fully step into that version of yourself, the universe has no choice but to match it. You cease to chase after your desire because, in your mind and heart, it is already done. This inner certainty is the final and most powerful key to manifestation, and it is the state in which miracles happen effortlessly.